Okay, I think I'm live. Hello, welcome back to part 6. My name is Carlos and I'm making the Legend of Zelda for the NES, this time on 3D. I started this game in June, so today is 17 days in. I have done some good progress if you've been following along. If you haven't, I'm just gonna do a quick recap of where I'm at and what is the purpose of this whole thing. Right, so Legend of Zelda, as you know, is one of the most famous, historically speaking, games in the world ever, and for me particularly is one of my favorite games of all times. So I decided to give myself to the task of making this game in 3D. I don't think Nintendo's ever gonna get around to actually do this. If it does, awesome, I'll be so happy and I'll buy it day one, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. So anyway, I've been working on the world map, and the world map I laid it out and then to get a reference of where everything goes. And then I created everything, right? All the trees, all the bushes, all the lakes, all the mountains, the castles. As you can see, I have the shore right there. This is where level 2 goes, right? So this is also needs to be created in 3D. The armors that goes and protect around the kingdom, the protect Ganon, I suppose. The peninsula, the eastern peninsula that holds the secret is also there. In the distance you can see level 5, and you can see the lake, the little stream where the white sword is gonna be waiting for Link, the waterfall that goes in there, and all this part is Death Mountain, right? So one of the most difficult areas of the game. This right here is where the final dungeon is in the first quest, at least. And then here we have the place, the little dock that you use to cross in your raft once you get it, right? To go into level 4, and then level 3 is right here. The forest that you have to go in a sequence, predetermined sequences. You can actually cross it. I plan to implement that somehow. And then I have the graveyard right here, and level 6 is this huge castle over there, and this is the fairy fountains, and level 7 entrance right there, right? So as you can see, it's there, right? It all is there now. That was fun to make. It took a while, but now I'm working on the characters, right? So I am working on the enemies of the outer world. I'm gonna make the outer world first. I'm gonna make sure that it works, all the weapons, all the combat, all the caves, everything. I'm gonna try to make everything to work. And if I hit play right now, the only thing I have implemented so far as it goes for the game is Link. Link moves. I base Link on the amiibo, right? So it's the same model, pixel by pixel, cube by cube, and he has his trusty sword attack, and he's gonna be fighting all these guys, right? Once they gain sentience and behavior, because right now they don't do anything. So this is what I'm working on right now. I want to create all the enemies that goes in the world, and once I have them all, I'm gonna start giving them behaviors with code, right? So as you can see, I'm almost done with all of them. I have just a couple, 2 or 3 more left, and I'm gonna be working on those tonight. Without further ado, I'm going to go back to Magika Voxel, which is the software that I use to create these enemies, right? And the way I've been doing it is I've been using these sprite sheets ripped by Mr. Mike. So thank you, Mr. Mike. Very helpful. So what I do is have a close look. I inspect this 2D art, right, as it was in the game, and then I'm working on the tech type right now. But if you look at this guy right here, this is 2D. So the first thing I do is first say it would be the equivalent of this one. So I replicate the colors, the number of pixels in the software, and then once I have them, I give them depth. I give them 3-dimensionality, so to speak. So this one, for example, is the version that is standing with the legs stretched. So that will be this one right here. I don't know, it's actually crunching, right? So this one is done. I made it round. I give it depth and perspective and everything. So I'm gonna do the same for this one right here. And you know, the good thing about these enemies is that they don't have too many animations, so to speak. So if anything, it's just really just two sprites kind of switching back and forth, at most three. So that helps me. That helps me quite a bit. Now, unlike, let me see, let me show you, for example, the moblins. You have the front, the back, and the side, right? But when you see the tektite here, you really only have the front. You never see them quite from the side or from the back. So it just changes things a little bit, right? Yeah. So what I need to do is get a bit more creative and take some licenses. So I imagine what the back of the tektite is gonna look like. In my case, well, I'll just do it like that. And then because I just have this flat version of it, what I do in these cases is essentially I copy paste them several times just to make it thick. Just a few more layers. Let me see, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 thicknesses, so to speak. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I need a few more. But then I want to work on the face, right? The face itself is going to have some depth as well, so I'm going to start working with that. Now, if I leave it at that, it looks kind of horrible. I need to give myself a bit more space, so I'm going to move this other one out of the way. Put it here. And this one I want to center it a bit better. Okay. And I'm going to make it face me. And rotate 90 degrees. Okay, cool. Right, so I'm gonna start now shading around the corners and the edges. And I can do that with the erase tool. And what I do is, you know, normally what you want to do is to start cutting these corners here and start like really thinking, how would this look in real life, right? Like where the roundness goes, where the depth goes, how your perspective is gonna be affecting this from every angle, right? Because once you start thinking in 3D, you gotta start considering all those different things that in 2D is really irrelevant, it's unnecessary, right? And then in this version I made the legs just two squares, two cubes thick, so I'm gonna be deleting a lot of that. A lot of this can go. Oh, I'm deleting more than I wanted, so not a problem. I can replace those cubes that I lost. Just a bit more here, make it a bit thicker, and keep erasing. Maybe I can erase from this perspective, so I don't erase anything I don't want to. Like that, and like that, and maybe just like this. Something like that, okay. I'm gonna do the same for the other leg. So I delete this, and delete this. You know what? I just need to do one half, because if this half is correct, I can just duplicate it. I can just copy paste it and then flip it. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Okay, so just keep making a bit more rounder. And as you can see, the head, I decided to do this kind of shape on top of everything. So I'm going to do the same kind of style on this part. Let me see. Yeah, that's okay. And then as you can see, the eye, in fact, maybe the eye I can just copy paste it, because that way it would look very consistent. So I'm gonna copy the eye from this one that I already finished and paste, no, copy paste, and move it like that. Move it up, move it to the back. Yeah, that helps. Okay, right. And as you know, these enemies, they all have at least two versions, right? So this is the orange one and then the blue one. So once I have one, I need to just color swap the palette, which is simple enough to do. Okay, and this one seems like it has some red squares on this side. Here is like standing, stretching the leg, so it needs to look like it's away from the floor, and then the teeth right now are way too long. So I'm just gonna make 2 boxes like I did in this version right here. The front's getting better, it's looking better, I guess, so I'm gonna just give it a little bit more. Let me see, let's put another dot there, another dot here. Does it look better? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then I'm not fully convinced about like this, kind of like squeezing itself inwards. And let me see. Oh, I need to put that block back. 1, 2, 3. This the fact when you start making like stairs is when it start looking, you know, round in 3D in this blocky world, right? So I need to have some of these stairs so these enemy look correct. Like that. Now I'm going to work on the back, but the back I already have it, so I'm gonna try to once again copy from this other version I have here, paste it, move it this way, because it doesn't have an eye on the back, right? It's just like I said, there's no perspective, there's no official sprite that goes on the back. Let me see, so okay, it's not the same amount of pixels in this version, so I'm gonna, oh no, yeah, it does. So 2 and 2, bring it up like that. Yeah, I got it. Okay, it's not perfect, so I just need to fix it a little bit, which is exactly here I need to fix it. So I'm gonna give some those stairs, those blocks that need to go across this line, and maybe one more. Yeah, just like a hollow bit right here that shouldn't go, and then so maybe one more there, and another one smaller right here, and then one more here. I need to make a red one to make one stair here. So 1, 2, 3. How about that? Seems like there's also missing blocks in here. Yeah, that's better. It kind of looks like Pac-Man or something. I don't know what I'm thinking of Pac-Man just now. One day I'm gonna make Pac-Man in 3D. I mean, there's too many of Pac-Mans in 3D, but I love Pac-Man too. So that should be a much simpler project, because this is gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while, guys. So stay tuned. You know, if you're watching this after the live stream, feel free to subscribe and keep an eye on things, because I am promising that I'm gonna finish this. Unfortunately, I will not be able to release it because Nintendo would immediately take some action against me, and I really have no interest in going through that. But if you want to see the finished product, I'll do some like showcasing. I'll go through the full playthrough once it's done. It's probably gonna take a few months, because this is not my full-time job. This is a hobby of mine, which I really love. So I don't mind spending time after work to work on this. Okay, so that's the other leg. I'm not convinced how many. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, okay, it's exactly the same. But I do not like this part. I think that's too much. This doesn't go there. If anything, maybe I need to delete some of these blocks to make it look more round. Okay, something like that. Yep, something like that. Oops. Yeah, I guess. I mean, in reality, it should be. So feel that here, 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 and here, and I go back to where I was, but it's not terrible because then I have the leg. So maybe I can just do so to do this. Does that look okay? Yeah, it's right. It's round. I give that roundness that I was talking about. Look, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm okay. And, you know, it's just an approximation. There's no official 3D model of this tektite in this world, so this is good for me. Okay, so let's move on because I have so much work to do to finish this game. And then I'm gonna rotate it in X. Nope. Hang on. So put here and then flip it in Y. Put it back. And I think we got it. Let me see. Kind of doesn't look the same. Why? What happened? This doesn't look the same at all as that. Why? We try again. I know why. Because I probably should delete this one first, and then so I don't have any lingering blocks from the previous model. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now it's symmetrical. Yes. Yay. Now why this one has these red bits here and this one doesn't? See, you can't see that, so I think it's just from the original copy pasting. So I am going to paint those like that. So I don't think otherwise they're not going to be consistent. But you know, it maybe give some like character to it, but it might be confused with legs. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And it seems like this one it's a bit fatter, like rounder. All right, yeah. Look, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna later on, if it really bothers me, I can change a little bit. But for now, I think this is them, the tektites. Now I'm gonna make them the blue colors and give them their own file so I can later bring it out to Unity. Right, so I'm gonna make a new one. It's gonna be tektite orange 1, and the orange one save is going to be this dude. Copy, and then just copy it, right? I mean tektite orange. Yeah, tektite orange, so all that has everything orange. This one I need to clear it, and I think it's 18 will do. Paste. Whoa. Like to rotate it 90 degrees so faces me, and I didn't lose any blocks. No, I did not. I need to move it downwards. Okay, I'm going to the center and make it a little bit. I like to eliminate all these empty spaces because then in Unity, so Unity accounts for these spaces, like they're saved in the model, right? So I rather not have to deal with that and just make it as tight as I can without losing any blocks. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that's save. That's tektite orange. Now I'm gonna make the blue one. So copy, make a new one. It's gonna be tektite blue 1. Okay, tektite blue 1, and then let me check the palette. It's exactly the same one as the lineup. So which is this one? I already have all ready to go. So change that for that. Nope, no, that's not it. It's the light blue, and the accents, so to speak, are these ones. That's it, right? There's no blacks, there's no anything. Cool, love it. Okay, so that's Tektite 1, and then I need to go back to Tektite 2, which is going to be this one right here. I'm going to copy, make once again new. Oh, what I do? It's okay. Hang on. Okay, blue. I'm gonna make a copy of that. Orange 2. Make the orange 2. I can clear that. Paste. It's not off. Okay. Right. So okay. No. That doesn't work. No, don't save. 50, and then rotate everything like that, and then make it back again 20. No, I already lost some blocks there. 30. I said 30. Okay, so I'm gonna save that, and once again let's try that. So select what's gonna be Tektite 2, Tektite orange 2. You can save that, yes. You can clear this, paste. I think I'm still missing blocks. What was that? Okay, no, I need to make it thicker. 18, and then clear, and then paste. Okay, got it. This time it works. Bring it a little bit to the center, like so. Excellent. And once again, I want to start constraining the space. 15. Yeah, I think I can take probably 1 or 2 more. 14. 13. Yep. And on this side is all good. It's still up high, so I need to bring it downwards, like so, and remove maybe 16. It's gonna be perfect. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so that's Tektite orange 2. Save. Go back to, no, I can just duplicate this and just change the color. So it says Tektite blue 2. And save, and once again let's paint it. Paint the accent is what's the dark blue with the bucket, and the rest is just light blue. Nice. Now let's bring it on to Unity, and to do that I need to export them, all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4 as OBJ. These objects here. Tektites. Why is it Zelda enemies? Export Zelda enemies. Let's make a folder. Here. Save. And then export this guy as well. It's in the right folder. It is. Save. And this one. Save, and this one, and save. All right, awesome. Now let's go back to Unity, and let me start bringing them over. So from the export folder that I had just now, let me see. Okay, it's enemies. Tektites, right? And I need to bring all of them, all these into Unity, to the right place. I have not made a folder for them. Create folder, Tektites, and also in my prefabs I'm gonna create folder Tektites. There we go. Okay. Nice. Now let's see how they look. Tektite blue. Alright, so I need to do some adjustments. It's yeah, it's like way bigger than Link. No, it's good. It's good size. It's just about the same size, so it's alright. Yep. Nice. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. I think I nailed the size. It's fine. And I'm just gonna bring the companion, but first a prefab. So 000. Put it in the prefab. Delete. Now bring the tactile over again. This one. No, let's do the orange one. And that's orange. This one. Once again, it's facing the wrong way. Not a problem. Rotate it. Put in the origin for housekeeping purposes. Once there, make a prefab right here, and I can delete the one I put there and bring it back to the scene. Here, look at that. Nice. I'm getting close to having all the enemies. So where should I put these guys? Just here, and this one can go here. It's a nice lineup here of enemies for Link to deal with later on. Very cool. So all these guys are gonna be moving, are gonna be attacking. I'm gonna try to replicate, the attacks that they have in the game. So the Tektites are gonna be jumping randomly around. The Octoroks are gonna move, stop, shoot, rotate, move, shoot, so on and so forth. Same with Lionel's and Genie. Genie, I think, just moves around, doesn't shoot anything, doesn't stop. Okay, so that's that. I think next I just have two enemies left on the outside world, which is the P-Hats, these guys here, and the Zora. So I have P-Hat halfway there, so I'm gonna finish it. Let's see. Let's go back to... Where is my P-Hat? So enemies, P-Hat. Right. Same deal. I need to give them depth to these guys. So I'm gonna give myself plenty of room to work with and just work on one of them at a time. Just move this one out of the way. This one also out of the way. I'm gonna start with this one. So bring it back to center. I need to get a better mouse. My mouse is missing one button. I'm using the Magic Mouse, and Magic Mouse kind of sucks for modeling and for 3D. But I'm so used to it right now, I kind of survive. I made a full game, a different kind of game, but just with this mouse. So I think it can be done. It's just I'm just suffering because I want to, I suppose. Anyway, so this one, maybe I can do the crossing approach. In this case, what I'm gonna do is to copy and paste, and the one that I paste, I'm gonna rotate 90 degrees, and then I'm gonna place it here, and then from here I'm just gonna fill in the gaps. I'm thinking these wings should be up here, right? Like not really here. So this thing must be like a little pear shape, and it has like a helicopter going on at the top. So let's get started. So the color palette is pretty much the same that I've been using. So I'm just gonna keep the depth that it needs here. So say that's okay. And then all these shouldn't be white. I mean, I should probably erase the excess and give some depth. I need to probably add a bit more right here. I need to delete this what's going on? Why I cannot delete? Unselect, erase. Okay, that, like that, like that, like that. Let's see, now I'm gonna paint it. just to be on. And I'll give the red accents a little bit later. So first I just need to give the roundness that it has, like these. Okay, and then start attaching some orange blocks, like this, like this. Not gonna lie, making these 3D voxels, there's so many of them that I need to make. But it's a bit relaxing. It's kind of relaxing, it's just one part of game development that I feel like you can still do it in autopilot in a way. Like my brain can just kind of leave the room and just forget about it, just kind of go along with the flow. Because then the next step is gonna be a bit more complicated, at least for me, right? It's like the programming all the behaviors, all the attack patterns, the AI, so how they move, what they choose to do or not to do in different circumstances. So that is, you have to probably use your brain a bit more, but it's also fun in its own right? So it's necessary, because you start giving them they really start coming to life when you start giving them the behaviors. You start adding the scripts and the coding. That's what make everything move. This is kinda not symmetrical. If you see, there's like 4 here and there's only 3 here, so I need to, what can I do? I'm gonna, let me see, let's see, let me try. Sometimes selecting in 3D is really tricky. Okay, so like that. Okay, then maybe just select now this one layer and duplicate it, see how it looks. And if it doesn't work, I can just delete it or modify it. Let's see, it's still kind of not symmetrical. Do I need to make, if this is 4 and it's in the middle, I just need to make it bigger, I guess. Let me see, paint. Why is it glitching out? You could select paint. Let me try something. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be 4. It should be a bit thicker. If I were and put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. Okay, now I can. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, still not perfect. I need to make that completely symmetrical so it's not distracting. Like that. Then one more. Noise. Okay, so that looks, at least it is now symmetrical, right? And I'm just gonna make it a little bit more rounder. So start removing the edges and give some sense of let me see, some roundness to it. It's already stared, so maybe let me touch one more row here, see how it looks. Okay, maybe here too. I need to make it this and this. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe just attach one more of this one here. Oops. Here and here and here and here. If I were to duplicate this side, so imagine this side is correct. Like, I don't think it's perfect yet, but I'm gonna duplicate it. So copy, Then I can delete this part, and including that rogue box at the bottom. Okay, and then paste and move it. Nope. Damn it. And then move it. Rotate, mirror it in Y. That's a bit too thick. That's too thin. This is probably better. I mean, it kind of needs to look like a pineapple, I guess. Like a pineapple. So the rotation, I'm gonna give it to him in Unity. So this is gonna be like the standby kind of position. This is when you can actually attack him, right? So he's just like waiting to take flight again. Like these. Sorry, the little legs. I mean, it's not bad. Just need to. Does he have dots? No, it's a solid orange and then just the little legs that he has. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. It's round enough. Let's see. It's just not the same from one side to the other. Maybe let me find 1/4 that is good. Which one would be good? This one? This quarter right here? Maybe I'll try 2 instead of like half it. Maybe like into quarters. So let me try that. Copy. These and then paste and then rotate it like these, and then once again paste it, rotate it, paste it, put it like that, and one last time, paste, copy paste, and now I need to like that, and one inwards. Okay, this should be at least symmetrical because it's like the same quarter everywhere. So let's have a look. Let's have a closer inspection. Move it out of the way. This one, bring it to the center a tiny bit. Nice. Okay. See, at least it's symmetrical now. Is that okay? I mean, let me keep working on it. Something I think could be better. I think it could be better. So it has 4, 4. These little legs kind of stick out, and in this version it doesn't. So I think it needs one more block here and one more block here, which means on this side must be the same. So one more block here. Okay, so now it has like these little legs. What they look like in this model? They're kind of pointing outwards. So, okay, yeah, they are pointing outwards. Should I kind of like do that here as well? Yeah, why not? Okay, I think that's not too bad. Right, okay, I'm gonna save that one. Save that one, and this one I can let go. And now let's work on the other one, on the flying one, the one that's gonna be moving around. Okay, so the flappy flaps are kind of like now facing upwards, whereas this one are closed. So let's work on it. same idea. So I'm gonna copy, paste, and then rotate 90 degrees, cross it, and because it's not an even amount of pixels, it's gonna be kind of skewed to one side. So I'm gonna do kind of exactly the same what I did with this guy, but it does look very different because now the red legs are like all here around, and the white bits need to be facing up. Okay. So once again, the center should be, I know, I'm gonna copy the top. Try again, copy the top. Okay, need to bring this one downwards. So at the same height. Is it the same height? Nope. One more. Is it? Here, I think. Copy, paste. No. Let's see. Cut. Then copy, paste, move it up here. Okay, there. Now the wings need to face up, like I said. So maybe what I can try and do is, so that, no, hang on, undo. Let me see, can I just flip this not on Z, on X? Like that, I guess. I mean, it's all, try the same with these ones too. Nope. My goodness. Okay, this would be what, Z? Nope. That must be Y. Yes. Same for this one, but this one once again in X. And so this is gonna be hard to select. So you know what? I'm just gonna. I just need to select that wing. This little wing right here. Need to select that. So copy, paste, like that, and then mirror it on there, like that. This, and bring it up one notch. No, that's okay, they're at the same height. Cool. Now this needs a lot of fixing, but that's a start. That's a start. Right, and the wings are all broken, so I need to fix them. Otherwise, there's no way this guy's gonna be able to fly. Like that, like that, like that. Deselect. I always do that. I can't select and then I think like it's glitching out. No, it's just me not doing it correctly. Alright, that's better. Now I need to do the same wing everywhere. Or I just need to do one side, which we established before. Let me just erase these blocks that don't go there at all, so they're not distracting me. See, and then paint this one like this. Paint orange, and then attach. Ooh. Like there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We fix this wing again. here, and then it has 3 on each side. Oh, okay, there's one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oh my god. This 5 blocks. Okay, so this one is missing blocks. Like this. And then, oops, no, that doesn't go there. It's 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And this once again not centered because I know what's going on. There. Like that. Okay. Let me do the same with these other wings. That's the 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Similarly here, 1, 2, 3. So my cat's very chatty tonight. What's up? What's up, Minx? What's up? Wanna be on camera? Why is it not attaching? Is it selecting anything? Whoa, what's going on? Whoa. I've never seen this do it before. Let me save. Let me save what I have. Ugh, that's a lot of... When that happens, I find like just going back and forth to another file kind of restores the view. Yep. Tricks of the trade. Touch. What is going on? It's not... Do I have some like weird setting? What's going on? Okay, so I need to close Magika Voxel and let's open it again. Look, I would say maybe it's glitching out, but I don't know, like sometimes I just don't use it correctly. It happens. But it's easy, because it's such a lightweight program, so it's not a problem to just open it again. And world objects, no. Enemies. P-hat. P-hat. Fine, okay. Let's keep going. Need to attach. And I like to see the grid. 1, 2. Nope, not that color at all. Alright, I think we're back. And yeah, the wings are now looking more symmetrical. Maybe not that. And let's see, maybe this block needs to be there, and there's a block there, and that one needs to be white. Okay, so the top's okay. Now I need to give the roundness, and yeah, so let's do that. Okay, just make it like really blocky first, and then I'll start shaving the corners and give it some roundness and some finishes with those little red legs that it has. Okay, so let's just delete that and that and that. Man, it's not the same number of pixels. Like it's gonna be thicker on one side than the other, which I don't love. What if I... Nah. Nah, and like that. Just make it a bit... just let me keep going. See if there's something. Why? What should I do? I wish it was symmetrical. It's not. No. 1, 2, 3. How did I do this one? You know what? I'm just gonna copy the body of this one, and then oh my god, what should I do? Put the legs on the side, because this one seems a bit rounder, like more open, isn't it? It's like, or it's just my imagination. No, it's just my imagination. It's the same shape. Same shape, is just the wings are in a different position and the red legs are like all around it. So because this thing, like, honestly, is just getting very amorph, I'm just not gonna do that to myself. I'm gonna use what I already have, which is this one. Copy, paste, bring it over. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, now it's the same as the other one, except the wings are in a different position, which that's it, right? That's what we said we wanted. And now I just need to do these little legs, make a bit more of them. Let's do that. Maybe here and here, and oops, and here and here. How about does that make sense? No, right? How about just like that? Just like that. Let me see. So 1, 2, no, 2, 2, 1 and 2. Yeah, and you know what? Like, it's gonna be spinning. This one in Unity, I'm gonna be making it spin. So it should be okay. It should be okay. You know what? This one surprisingly was one of the hardest ones for me to pull off. I'm still not fully convinced, but maybe once in motion it'll be okay. So I wanna do Zora tonight as well, so I'm just gonna keep moving forward. I can change them later on. So for now, I just wanna have them, so I can bring them onto the world, and then add them with their bodies, and get on coding. Get on coding coming soon, right? Right. So let's make a copy, and it's gonna be called just, it's gonna be phat all in Zelda enemies. I don't have a phat folder. The name's already taken. Oh, sorry, it's right there. Right there. And then this one, I'm going to get rid of one of them, make it a lot smaller, and I need to, oh, this one doesn't have like a blue version or anything, right? Like, it's just the one version, so there's not like a blue phat. Oh, okay. It's kind of lonely for this guy, because he probably would look good in blue, but it's okay. No worries. No worry, little dude. 20. Okay, a bit more. 18. I can do a couple more, I guess. 16. Yep. And then maybe this one also. 18. It's way too high. Probably can do 14. Yep. Just don't leave too much empty space, like I already explained why. Like, so in Unity, for the calculations and the colliders, like, you know, might be hitting him where you don't see him, like, you know, on the side where it's empty, but the hit will still register. So this is just kind of thinking ahead. All right, phat. Right, and then I need to do his body. It's gonna be phat 2. Yes, and then go back to all and get it from here, which is this one. Copy, phat 2, delete, And okay, this one I think I could constrain it maybe one notch or two notches actually. There. So I just want to make sure that I don't cut any voxels. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Nice. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Okay, let's go. Now export to Unity. OBG, Zelda related. Enemies. I do not have the P hat. P hats. Even though it's just the one. Okay, and then P hat 2. Similarly, OBG. Nice. Alright, now let's go back to Unity and bring them over. Bring them over. So tektites, P hats. Select them all. Do I have a... I do not have folders for them. So make folder. P hats. Where do you come up with the names, man? What does that even mean? It's a P with a hat. Is that what we're talking about here? P hats. Nice. Okay, so here is the... It's gonna be flying around. Okay, so there, and I know the scale and the position is probably wrong, so 180, 0, 0, 0. Make prefab out of this guy. Cool. And the other P hat 2. Just here, same idea. 0, 0, 0, 180 degrees. Make a prefab. Nice, and I can delete these two and bring them as prefabs. Where can they be? Just put them there on the back. I mean, these guys are not very dangerous at all, like unlike the Lionels and the Moblins. Man, look at them. Look at these guys. Oh my god. Okay, now I need to do the king of the Hylia Lake, the Zora. I think it's the last one, the last enemy on the outer world. Man, when I do the dungeons, it's gonna be everything ×2 the work. Because, no, probably more, because you have all the enemies in the dungeons, plus the bosses. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, now this is the next destination. Destination Zora. So I'm gonna do Zora, and then I'm gonna be finished with the enemy creation. She's quite exciting. Alright, let's go. So I only have front and back. There is no side view, like I said. Like some of them do have a side view, like in the case of Moblins, have front, back, side. Lionels too have front, back, side. But some others, like the Octoroks, say just two perspectives, I suppose. In the case of Zora, to the front and back. Okay, not a problem. So in that case, let's make a new folder. Enemies. Zoras. And new. Clear. It's way too big. It's probably well like that. Let's see. I don't know, 18. It's way too tall. Probably 18. Not that. Right, and there was an option. Recenter camera. Ah, that's it. Alright, so let's start with the pixel art. It's these colors here. So this is a palette of colors I've been making since I started making these pixels, these characters. So I have all of them already. I got in Photoshop, I kind of like drag these things to Photoshop and got the exact color RGB. values for all of them, so I'm kind of trying to be really precise with that. And just like, yeah, it's a red, yeah, it's a green, like, you know, no, it's a 55, 126, 134. Okay, so because that's how we roll here. Right, so let's go from the top. I need a touch from here. There's a red, and that's black, black. 1, 2, 3. And here, and climb up again. And nope. Wait. Let's go down and down again. Raise, touch, so down again. Here, here. I used to be into parlor beads. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like little pellets that you can also rearrange like in pixel art, and then you put an iron on it and they glue together, they stick together, so you can make shapes. It's really cool. Like, I love 8-bit art. It's pretty rad. So this reminds me of that, and I think I got a good eye for counting pixels, right? Because sometimes it's not quite straightforward. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's correct. Then here, and then connects like that. Then does like a Tetris shape kind of thing. 1 pixel up and that. So that's where the eye goes. This is the nose. And another trick here, if you want to save some time, is remember they're all symmetrical, so you can just do one side and then duplicate it, just copy paste it horizontally, and you save a lot of time. So this one goes all the way down here, so it's this one, and then let me choose this black boxes. Nope, that's not correct. It's this one. This black box is here, and then one more, 2. Wait. I'm missing here. So from here, there's another black line. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it connects like this, and then connects like so. Goes all the way to the middle. Okay, and then this one goes down and also goes onto the other side. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's it. And then there's like, how many is this one? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then a red one, and then 2 black ones. No, wait, I made a mistake. 1. This is 3, right? 1, 2, 3. It has to be 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. I know what I did. This might need to go down 1 square. Let me recount here. So it's 1 red, 3 blacks. 1 red, 3 blacks. 1 red here. It's 2 blacks, not 3. So this is a problem. And then it's just 1 red again here, and this connects in red, and I can bring this over up again, so that was fine, like that. Okay, and then the eye is also red, the mouth, but I'm gonna move on to the green part for now. So 1, 2, that's, oh wait, this needs to go way lower. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this black needs to go 1 down. So it's 1, 2. Yep. And red fills the space here. 1, 2, 3. And this is gonna connect 1, 2 here. All this is green, and the mouth is gonna start around here, and then all this side is green. This part is green. This is gray. I wonder if they mean to do gray, or is it just transparent, like there's no pixel there. But because I'm not gonna be transparent anything, I'm just gonna paint it because normally these enemies can only use 3 colors at the same time. That's one of the limitation of the NES. But because we are, you know, making this into 3D, we have access to other tools and other rules, so why not? And 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, now I need to do the mouth. Look at that sexy mouth of this Sora. Holy moly. Some luscious lips. This guy is 1, 2, 3, and then a little step here, and then it just crosses all the way. And the mouth is black here, and this bit here is green, and that would be it, right? Because then I can just copy paste it and flip it. So let me see. So that looks correct, right? I think it is. Copy paste, right aside, flip it, merge it. So this is too big. That's it. So the nose itself is only 4 blocks. Okay, so I have that view. Now I'm gonna do the back. Just get it out of the way. And let's do the other part. Is it the same? Does it worth? Is it worth copy pasting anything? Seems like the ear might be the same. Like at least these couple rows here are the same, so I can recycle that. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't mind doing it again. It's not a big a deal, so I don't need to save too much. But I think this is exactly the same because it's red, black, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, red, and then okay, and then it's different. So that's all I can copy paste and use as is. Right. So where am I? Here. So now we're gonna start climbing on black, and then a long line. Must be 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then it connects like this little angle step and connecting here, right? And then there's a very long black line, goes all the way to where this black is, and then there's 2 gray squares, so I skip that, and then I'm gonna go all the way S5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then U shape over there, and then here is 1, 2, 3. No, wait, that's not correct. Something is off. Something is not correct. This is only 2 blocks. Okay, so that is way too long. This should go here. Right? Okay, and then I'm gonna move on to red, finish the ear. So this whole thing is red. No problem. This whole thing is red. And then this whole thing also red. That's probably too thick. It's just too, but doesn't matter. I don't need to do the other side because I'm gonna also copy paste it and mirror it. 2 grays, and there's another gray here and another gray here, and the rest is all green. Nope, wait, I didn't see these red bits in there, so I'll just go back later. There, and here, and also here. Wait, I need to attach more black blocks here. Wait, so first these ones, just get out of the way, and then I'm missing some here, so there's 1, 2 attaches to the gray one, and that's all. And finally this is all green. No, yeah, wait, that is gray but needs to be green, and that's green but needs to be gray. This one, and this is green, and all this line here is green. Yep, that's the back. Nice. And then flip it like so, and flip it in X, put it back in. 2 squares, right? The red bit is 2 squares, so yeah, that's it. We got it. Zora, back and forth. Right, now we need to make it 3D, right? We need to make it 3D, so because we have the front and the back, this is the way we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna first give me a bit more space in Z. 24. Oh, strange the way the coordinates are here, are not the same as in Unity. And let me just 20, and here I want to put 24. 24. Okay, and then seems like the eyes are actually sticking out already. Let me erase that. This and this, and then let's bring these two to the center here. Okay, and so the way I do with these guys that don't have a side view, I just gonna imagine it first by copy pasting in itself and give some depth of a few layers. This is one of the most annoying enemies in Zelda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, and the back. It's gonna be 10. So the back, I can just glue it on the back as is. Cool. Cool. Because I just noticed, it's like you never think about it in the game. But for example, making a little pause here. When I was making the castle level 1, this one, right? So iconic, right? The tree and everything. This is the only sprite in the game like that. So there is no sprite for the back, and the same for every other castle. So every time that was the case, I just had to like imagine what it would look completely on the back. Same here, right? So all that is my flair, so to speak. Like this, I decided that yeah, it probably looks like that. Same for these obelisks here, like yep, on the back, even on the side. Like there is no side sprite, so you just had to kind of imagine it. And also these stones, man, I still don't know about them. They look like snails to me, so I call them snail stones. But they look weird from other angles. Like these kind of angles, you never see them in the game, of course. But hey, I don't know. They're stones, so they're doing the part. So going back to Magika. So we have the back. At least this guy, we're sure that the back looks like that, and we're sure the front looks like that. Okay. Now I just need to make it rounder, like we did with the other elements, right? With the other enemies. And the way I like to do it is to shave these corners, right? Like, all the top bits. So imagining that, say, hey, that's the ears, right? So maybe the ears are not like that prominent. The guy might get a little bit self-conscious. So yeah, something like that. Maybe they're pointy. Maybe they're pointy, right? And then so normally you don't need all these corners from here. Yeah, maybe this one I don't need it either. Wait, like that. And this kind of like the laddering shapes, it also helps to bring the sense of 3D, of roundness of a shape. That, man, when it's black I can see what's going on, so bear with me for a moment. This is gonna be strange, but this is a trick that I do to help myself. Like white is way easier to see, so I'll just flip it back to black in a minute. So let's erase some more blocks. Blocks here, maybe even around here too. Still way too thick, so don't be afraid. Just kind of like keep shaving at it. It's way too thick, way too thick. Like that, okay? Even the face. So the face, there's two options, right? Like we can kind of shave around it, or we can add to it. So I'm gonna add to it, and if necessary, I'll subtract to it. So like that. The mouth can be sticking out because those luscious lips of Zora need to stand out, man. And the black of the mouth can remain in. And then I'm going to keep erasing. So this is way too prominent. So the whole thing. I'm gonna do that. And then you can start doing this. Maybe even a bit more like that. And similarly on the back, right? Similarly on the back, you shave around. Get some layers off. All the way down. A couple more here. And then from the bottom, so it's symmetrical here and here. And also I'm gonna okay, well, let me see here. Oh, am I shaving that way too much? Maybe. It's okay, I can reattach if necessary. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, it's okay. Like it doesn't need to be perfectly symmetrical from front and back. You know, it's a creature of the ocean. They're not known to be beautiful, especially the deep water ones. Oh man. Okay, then still this ear. It's a huge, so. This thing, I need to bring it forward, I suppose. Like that. Around the mouth too. Nah, because then the lips are not gonna pop. And this part maybe just like this. Little chin. Like that. And let me just keep erasing a couple more blocks here. Same here. This still way too blocky, this part, so maybe this whole thing here too. These stairs is what really helps with the illusion of 3D, of a roundness around it. I mean, even the red sometimes kind of hard to see in this screen, at least. Like where is the blocks and where they're not. I mean, it's gonna look way better once it's back black, but for now, you just need to keep doing this. Alright, and then I need to also yeah, these green bits, I'm just gonna pull them out. I don't exactly know what this would be, but yeah, I'll do the same as I did in the face. So that. this red line, maybe 2, but not from the top, like maybe just here, a little bit like that, and then one more, just a smaller one, like a fin or something, like that. One more, and I might need to just shave a bit more. It's still very blocky on the back, very blocky. So, good. Yeah, this can go to all this layer here can go, and you too a little bit. Still. It's always like keep you wondering, right? Like how much is too much? Like you don't want to like erase too much, but it seems like the more you take away, the more rounded it looks, and that's really what we're going for. Let me see. Should I give also some like last layer here? Let me see what it looks like. Like this, like this, like this, and like that. Yes, that's pretty good. This probably overkill. Yeah, that, no, I don't need to do that one. This little thing right here, that's too much. Okay, now I'm working just on one side. Like I said, like you can always take advantage of the fact that you can just mirror it, right? So just finish one side, and when you're happy with it, feel free to kind of just flip it, copy paste and flip it. I don't know, I think that's okay, right? And these gray bits too, for a good measure. Let's pull them. 1 2 1 2. Do the eyes need to pop anymore? I think it will be kind of strange, but let's see. Okay, let me turn him back black again. See what it looks like. And I'm gonna duplicate it in horizontally. Copy. First, maybe delete that part so there's no overlapping blocks. And then paste. And flip. Yeah, that's a lot rounder. Like it's actually a circle almost now. I don't know. Man, it's a sea monster, so it is what it is, guys. It's a sea monster, and annoying at that. Final touches. Final touches. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more here. Oops. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Seems like he's gonna be annoying us quite a bit. Good. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. And good thing that he doesn't have any palette swaps or anything. It's just him. And it's a rather simple enemy to animate and everything. I don't even know what kind of animation this guy's gonna have. Like in the game, it just kind of like pops in and out. Like the animation is that it comes out of the water, like from here. So, but I'm gonna do that in Unity. So, yeah, in a way, maybe this guy is not gonna be too difficult to finish. Okay, so Sora, and here, and I'm gonna make a little cozier enclosure for him like we did before, and just make sure that I'm not cutting actual voxels. I think I can do 18. Yep, and on this dimension too, it's probably the same. 18, even more. 16. One more. 14. Yep, that's fine. And height to bring it all the way down there, and I have about 4 spaces that I can shape, so that will be 16. Beautiful. And that is Zora, ladies and gentlemen. Let's export and let's bring it to Unity. I'm gonna put it in the water, see what it looks like. I need to make a new folder. Save, right? Yeah, that's what I did. And now export Zelda enemies. Zora's here. Back to Unity. Need to make the folders. Zora's here, and in the prefabs folder, Zora's, and all the exported files. And if you're wondering why it's always 3 files, because one is, even though it looks correct here, if I were only to just export that, it would be black and white. Like it's like the material, the geometry, and also the palette. It's whole thing. But don't worry, it's there's not much else that you have to do here. So now that you have like the 3 files here, you can drag and drop in the world. And I don't know why, like the defaulting Magika is like facing that way, even though we're working like facing us, but it's okay, just kind of like rotating in Y. And I also like to put it in the origin, and the origin means the origin of the world, which is all the way back here. But that's just temporarily while I create the prefab. And the reason is, when you create the prefab, which is here, I'm gonna put it here, the icon change, and what means is that now I'll be able to clone this one, and every time I clone it, it will come with the pre added values here. So it's always going to be facing 180 degrees. It's always going to start in its own origin as well. So it's good to do that, like from experience. So that's why I keep doing it. Anyway, so Zora is here, and that's big. But honestly, like I really just want to put him in the water. So let's go see how it's gonna look in the water. Oh my god, look at that. This part, man, is where you can burn this bush and like some other bush right here, and then one in the back here. And so you're walking this like narrow stretch road, and this guy just keeps popping up, especially in the beginning when you cannot block his attack. It's quite annoying. So, and it's like underwater, right? So you won't see him. And then as soon as you get close, he pops out of the water and then shoots you like an energy ball. And then by the time you want to retaliate, it's already gone. And then it just kind of like moves underwater, and some other place it just randomly comes up again, and then hides and then goes. It's just bad news, this Zora. But man, okay, so that means, ladies and gentlemen, that means that I have finished all the enemies of the outer world. That's all of them. I checked. So of course in the future I'm gonna have to work with enemies inside dungeons, which is quite many of them, quite a lot of them. So see, I found like a few references online. Let me show you what I've got, just to show you what I'm working with. So all these just taken from internet. So this is, all these guys are the bosses from dungeons, so no need to worry about those guys. This is the sprites I was working on right now. All of this is done. Ah, wow. Okay, yeah, of course. I need to make these guys too. The merchants, the old guy, yeah, of course. I don't know, I forgot about them. The merchant, the fairy. Well, Zelda not yet, but definitely the old man. Yep. Okay, I need to do those two. And once again, these guys do not have a side view, do not have a back view. So I gotta make them perfect. But look, now that I have these guys, I feel like I'm gonna make a pause of making the Magika Voxel, and I'm gonna start working on the code. because I wanna make them alive. And I guess I also need to start making the things that they shoot. For example, I guess this is what Zora shoots, these balls, these fireball things or whatever they are. And also the Octo Rocks, they have rocks that they shoot, which is this one. I need to make this little rock and make it into a ball. These guys shoot arrows, so I need to make them too. Lionels shoot the swords. Right, so even to make these guys alive, I need to create the ammo, the ammunition that they shoot around. Okay, that's the next step. That's the next step. And once I have that, we can start making these guys, alive. Which I'm kind of looking forward to that, because that's when it will start looking like a game. Right now, it's like a walk simulator. It's beautiful to look at because the map Hyrule is just pretty special to me. But once these guys are moving around, I'm really looking forward to that. Right, so okay, I gotta go to work tomorrow in the morning, so I gotta wrap it up. Thank you for everybody who's watching right now. So stay tuned if you like this kind of content. So it's gonna get interesting as I go along, and the game gets kind of like more gamey. All right, so my name is Carlos. Have a good one, and see you next time. Bye bye.